Let me show you guys how I designed this program, event program in CorelDraw. So if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. And I've put out all the informations we're going to make use of in this tutorial. So please pay attention. Check the link on the description or the comment section to download these backgrounds that I am going to make use of, right? And over here are all the text we're going to make use of, but maybe I might not give you guys these images, all right? Just the background. I'll give you guys the background to practice, all right? So welcome to CorelDraw, guys. So what we're going to do is change our page size, and to do that, come over to your property bar over here and locate your page size. All right, this is it over here. This is it. You can see it's written page size. Do you understand? Now when you click on it, the size we'll be making use of is A3, so you're going to change it to A3 size. All right, now the next thing you're going to do is change it to landscape. Now to do that, locate your page orientation. All right, we have page orientation. Okay, we have page orientation over here. We have the portrait and we have the landscape. So basically we're going to change to landscape. Now the next thing you're going to do is come over to your tools bar over here. The bar on your left hand is called your tools bar from beginning to the end. All right, everything you see there are the tools we use in designing in CorelDraw. Do you understand? Shogbo? All right, now what we're going to do is double click on this rectangle. Now the reason why I want to double click on the rectangle is because I want it to come over to this place, all right, to the workspace. Now in CorelDraw, if you do not double click or bring in your rectangle tool to get a shape, same shape you're working with on the Canva you're going to work with, it will not work. It might be difficult for you to design. Do you understand? Now I'm going to explain as we're going forward. Now once you double click on it, on this rectangle tool, you can see your rectangle tool over here. This is your rectangle tool. Now once you double click on it, all right, it will bring itself to this place. In case your own did not come, let me delete it and explain. What you're going to do is bring in your rectangle tool, just draw it this way, all right, but mainly it will not fit in if you draw it manually. Do you understand? All you need to do is just click outside here to get the same shape, the same size. All right, paste it over here, copy the same size of your Canva, select the rectangle tool you drew and paste it, and this is it. Then press letter P and you get the same thing. For those of you who always come and ask that you don't see this, please, this is the process. So once you double click and it comes over here, the next thing we're going to do is divide the page in two. Now to divide your page in two, what you're going to do is come over to this middle node. We call them node. This stuff, this black thing you're seeing here, we call them node. All right, so all you need to do is just drag it in here. All right, once you drag it in, select this one. All right, hold Control key, then flip it to the right. You can see, just flip your mouse this way, flip your mouse this way. So you have two of this, you have one and you have two. Do you understand? I will explain. Now you can see it is not fitted to frame. Just highlight everything using Control A, or you can drag this way with your mouse to highlight everything. Now zoom in to make it fit into this place by dragging it. Do you understand? God, I beg. Do you understand? Okay. Now, if you zoom in properly, you will see that it is still not fitted to frame. There's still a white space here. Do you understand? I believe you understand. So if you don't understand, please drop me a comment in the comment section below. Now, basically, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our rectangle tool again, draw a perfect box over here. Let me give it red so we can see it. Now, the size I'll be making use of this is 0.7 by 0.7 pixels. Now to change your size, come over to your property bar, this is your property bar over here. Do you understand? This is your property bar. Now what you're going to do is select your unit, change it to inches. Now once you change it to inches, do you understand? Drag this one, come over to your page size. So change it to 0.7 by 0.7, then press enter on your keyboard. Now this is what you're going to have. Somebody's confused. Now the reason why I'm using 0.7 by 0.7 is because of the margin I want to create. What do I mean by margin? Is when you are like, it's just to give you a guide of how you want to place your design. Do you understand? In case when you print it, after printing, nothing cuts off from your work. Because sometimes when you bring a program, like this, let me use this for example. When you bring a program like this, and when you open it, you see that some parts over here will be cutting off. Do you understand? So what you're going to do is hold shift, select this, press letter T to take it to the top, press letter L to take it to the left. Then zoom in, dragging your ruler and place it here. I've been doing this a lot, so you should not be confused, but I'm repeating this because of the people joining us. All right, now select it again, press shift on your keyboard, select this, press letter B to bring it to the bottom, then zoom out or zoom in. Once you do that, drag in this one and press letter R to take it to the right, then bring your either horizontal or vertical ruler. Then your horizontal ruler or vertical ruler is at the top, then this one is by the left. Do you understand? Now select it again, zoom out, hold shift, keep it here, then press letter L to take it to the left again, then bring this one here, then press shift again, bring it to the right by pressing letter R, then bring this one over here. I believe you understand. In case you understand, please tell me you understand in the comment section below. So I'm going to divide this page with another ruler in the middle over here. So this is your margin. Do you understand? So after doing that, we're going to remove the black stroke. What is black stroke? This is black stroke. All this black line you're seeing that are outline is called black stroke or an outline color. Now the next thing you're going to do is we're going to import the images and background for this tutorial. Now to do that, come over to File, on your property bar, select on your menu bar, select File. Once you select File, go to Import. All right, go to Import and select the folder where everything is selected. All right, then select all this. Now once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So all you need to do is just click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. So the next thing you're going to do is okay, we left out something, which is this background. So I'm going to bring it in. So what we're going to do is scale this up. So before we start this design, let me explain the design. This is a program of an event of a lawyer promoted to a son. So we're going to make use of gold and black. Reason because you can see their coats. Is it coats they call it? Now what we're going to do now is we're going to bring in this background, scale it up this way. All right, and we're going to right click and select power clip, place it into this frame. Now this is the reason why we brought in our rectangle tool, because anything we're designing should be inside the rectangle tool so that it will not, the box, it will not, nothing goes out of frame. Do you understand? Now we're going to right click and select edit power clip. All right, now we're going to scale this up, bring this over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this to bitmap by going to bitmap and select convert to bitmap. I'm going to change it to RGB, then select OK. All right, I'm going to go to effect, select blur, then select Gaussian blur. Now, why did I convert it to bitmap? Is because I want the image not to be too heavy. Do you understand? Let me use the word heavy. I want it to be lesser, to be less heavy. Yeah, understand? So what we're going to do now is we're going to blur this. All right, we're going to blur this background. We're going to blur this background this way. All right, so you can use my settings 21.0 pixels, then click on OK. Then I'm going to click on finish, and this is what you're going to have. So next thing I'm going to do is we have 2 people turning san. All right, they will be promoted to post of san. Now I was given multiple images, a lot of images, so I have to choose this. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these 2 images. All right, so we're going to make them align together. So you can see I'm going to increase this one to fit with this person. So if you look at this image, we're having, look at this over here and look at this over here. All right, so I'm going to increase this one a little bit, bring it down here, and you can see this shape. All right, you can see this shape. All right, you can see this shape. So this is what we're going to maintain, guys. So what we're going to do is delete this ruler. Now I'm going to use this image the way it is. Now we're going to right click, select power clip, then place them. Now you can see they are all outside the frame. So I'm going to select power clip, then power clip them inside the frame. Do you understand? I'm going to right click and select edit power clip. Then I'm going to zoom this out, then bring this guy over here, bring this guy over here, bring this guy over here. All right, so let's bring this one, bring this one. So we're going to zoom them out again and bring them up this way. And I think that's too much. That is too much. All right, that's quite much. So I'm going to basically make sure they are same. So we're going to take this one to this part. Now this is what we're going to have, guys. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my text over here. All right, so I'm going to bring this celebration of distinction. I'm going to copy from here. All right, Control C to copy. Then come over to your text tool and select your text tool. All right, then you're going to paste this using Control V. Then I'm going to bring this one, give it a white color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Control K to break it apart. Then the font I'll be making use of is Times New Roman, not the normal Times New Roman, you know, but this is the Times New Roman. All right, you can go and look for it, or you can use Times New Roman. It's the condensed version. All right, so we're going to break this one here, then use Control K to break it apart. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one over here, reduce it this way, bring this guy over here, then use this node to scale it apart. Do not scale this way. Don't drag anything like this. So we're going to do this. All right, bring this one over here. Then I'm going to use my shape tool. This is your shape tool over here. This is your shape tool. Select your shape tool. You will see something like this. You will see this stuff you're seeing here, right? Use it to reduce, can use it to reduce spacing. All right, so I'm going to use it to reduce this spacing this way. Then it will enable me to increase this the more. All right, so make sure you are following your page ruler that you created earlier, so nothing goes out of frame. Now this is what you're going to have, guys. So the next thing you're going to do is, let me bring these guys down a bit. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one over here. I'm going to use Trajan Pro for this one. All right, so I'm going to reduce this one this way. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring this guy over here and bring this guy over here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy a color from here, since we're going to make use of black and gold. So I'm going to use my eyedropper 2. This is your eyedropper 2, guys. This is your eyedropper 2. This one you're seeing here. All right, let me do it again. This is your eyedropper 2. All right, this one you're seeing here is your eyedropper 2. Now I'm going to select it, copy a color from here. All right, so once I pick a color from here, I'm going to drop the color over here, drop it. I'm using just black and gold, guys. Now we're going to make use of this. I'm going to give this one gold. All right, so we're going to leave this one to white, so not it has to this, there should be a contrast. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. So I want to place it in between here, but the thing is I cannot take out I cannot change the color, right? So to enable you change the color, guys, all you need to do is first of all bitmap it. I'm bitmapping because I want this image not to be heavy on my laptop, right? Now I'm going to select bitmap, go to mode, select black and white, then make sure your conversion method is on line art, right? Then change this to make sure your threshold is, maybe increase your threshold, guys, to make sure it's black so you can see your before and after. Now click on OK. Now come over to your trace bitmap, outline trace, and line art. Do you understand? Now we're going to wait for this to load, and this is your before and this is your after. Now the next thing you're going to do is click on OK. Do you get it? So we have our before and this is our after, so we can give it any color of our choice. Do you understand? Okay, I believe you do, Sha. My students are not dull. They are sharp students. Now I'm going to give it this color, keep that over there, and boom, guys, that is what we're going to have. Now the next thing, we're going to come over to this place and copy their names. All right, so we're going to place that over here. Now the next thing you're going to do now, if I place anything on this place, you can see this contrast. They're actually competing with the background. So to enable us reduce the competition, come over to your rectangle tool, draw a box over here. Now what we're going to do is come over to this thumbnail you're seeing here, this color thumbnail you're seeing here. All right, this color thumbnail you're seeing here, double click on it. Once you do that, let me keep this one over here. Come to your color viewer. This is your color viewer, guys. All right, this is your color viewer. So this is your color viewer over here. So once you select your color viewer, bring this guy. See the guy I'm talking about here, guys. This one. You can see that bomb you're seeing there. Drag it to this place. You can see the color have changed to black. Now click on this. Okay, you're seeing here. This one. Once you click on it, come over to your transparency tool. This one. All right, this one you're seeing here, transparency 2. Once you click on it, I taught you guys that transparency 2 is used to either hide or reveal. Do you understand? Because I stopped doing video for a while because of some project I'm doing. Now don't chop, forget what I teach you now. All right, so I'm going to basically hold my control key, drag this way. Now you can see I've revealed some part of that. Now this place is still dark, so I'm going to click on this white thumbnail you're seeing here. This one you're seeing here. I'm going to click on it. Once I click on it, you're going to just select this, increase the radius this way. All right, so to enable you see through the parts of this image. So I'm going to drag this one up this way, drag it up again. All right, so now you can see if I bring in this text, it's behind the shadow, so we're going to use shift page up to bring it forward. Now you can see we can see the text properly. So This one is for this person, this one is for this person. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font to Times New Romance. All right, so once I do that, I'm going to scale this up this way and centralize it. All right, come over to your thumbnail, your property bar over here. You can select centralize. All right, center. Now select your shape tool and use this to reduce. What did I tell you used for? You can use it to reduce the spacing. All right, so same thing applicable to this one. All right, so we're going to use same font for this. We're going to use 36 for this one, use 36 for this person. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use same thing, shape tool, and reduce the spacing this way. All right, so basically we're going to reduce this to fit in to what we're trying to achieve. All right, so I'm going to use my shape tool over here also to reduce the spacing this way. Now the next thing you're going to do is bring in this guy over here, drag it to this spot. All right, so once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So it's going to be this and this. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our ellipse tool and put an oval shape over here. All right, so I'm going to just cut this and put and. All right, bring it over here, change the color to black. All right, so what you're going to do is leave that to that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in this star. All right, we're going to bring in this star and place it over here. Then from the logo of the sun that I saw 7 stars. I think 7 stars. So the man actually said I have to reduce it to either 6 or 5. So we're going to make use of 5. 1, 2. Use Ctrl R to duplicate 3, 4, 5. So that is what you're going to have, guys. So basically the next thing you're going to do is you can either drag this one down a bit, then bring this guy here, and that is what you're going to have. So moving on to the back page, we're going to bring in this background. All right, copy it, paste it over here, then use your right click and select power clip, place it over here, then right click and select edit power clip. Drag this guy to this spot. All right, same thing you did the other time. All right, so drag it to this spot, then leave it that, and you can bring in this background. All right, now the reason why I got this, I actually searched for something that this thing will sit on it. Do you understand? This is the wig of sands. All right, now we're going to place this one, cut it using Ctrl X, right click and select edit power clip, paste it using Ctrl V, then scale this guy over here, scale it up, scale it up, scale it up, scale it up this way to fit in. Now we're going to use our transparency tool, then go to your mesh mode, then select screen. So this is what you're going to have. So you're going to drag this guy over here, bring it over here, bring this one over here, and leave that to that. And this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to bring in this guy, place it just right here. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring in our ellipse tool, draw a box, give it a black color, then select effect, select blur, select Gaussian blur, then you can increase the radius, click on OK, then convert it to bitmap. Then why am I converting to bitmap? Just to enable me resize this way, then bring it over here just to create a shadow. All right, let's create a shadow. So the light is coming directly to the image, so we're going to just place this just right there. All right, now this is what you're going to have. So instead of leaving this place this blank, so let me just increase this a bit. So instead of leaving it this blank, I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to give me a quote of SAN, right? Promotion. So ChatGPT gave me this quote, so I will just place it over here. All right, so I'm going to just place it over here and give it gold color, bring in this stars, place it just right here. And that is how I made this program of events cover in CorelDraw. So I have the inner pages, which are about 20 something pages. All right. So I just want to show you guys how I designed this cover page in CorelDraw. So if you have any question, please drop me a comment in the comment section below, and see you guys in my next video.